Welcome. So today I thought we would take a look at the Golden Light Oracle. I just got this the other day from Kickstarter. Now this is actually the third deck from Magick and Mediums. So the Magick and Mediums Oracle was the first. So just a quick peek, because their decks are so wonderful. So these are the backs. And I did edge, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm sure I did. They didn't come like that, but just a quick look. Because it's a really lovely deck. Cardstock is really good, really durable. They feel nice. They move. I love that card. They move so wonderfully in your hands. It's like they have a life of their own. And then they came out with the Slavic Oracle. So, in this one, I'll tell you, I back a lot of Kickstarters, and I'm pretty sure they always come, I think they always come early, honestly. Very, very reliable, and again, just fabulous quality. Look at the backs. Oh man, I just love them. And just standard white edges. So I'm gonna have to edge this one. They're so lovely, and the guidebooks that come with these. I'm not a big guidebook person. Even with oracles, although I'll look at them before tarot guidebooks usually, but I feel like these guidebooks are so good. In the case of the Slavic Oracle, they give you some history and folklore, in addition to meanings for various things, and we'll get into that more with the Golden Light. But just to kind of show, and if you are interested in any of these, I'm pretty sure they are all still available on their website, and I'll link that. Just so you see, the box is just, and it feels nice. And it's really top quality. Now these do have that lovely gilding, and the backs are just glorious. I love them. And as much as I really enjoy the other decks, and I do, this one is just, it's just everything. I love this deck so much, and it was just this instant, look at that. Oh, just look at that. It just instantly caught me and drew me in, and it's kind of like you ever meet that person and you've never met, but you feel like you've known them forever. That's how I feel about this deck. And I would say that the cardstock is even better than with the other decks, and it's possible it's the same, but I don't think so. It feels just slightly different, a little bit better, but they're all fabulous. I love everything about this deck. So I wanted to share it. And this is my card, right? Because that's, my path is one of service. And, man, it just pulls me in. So I wanted to share and see if maybe it would pull you in too. And if you have any questions about the deck, or if you have it and you're thinking about it, I'd love to hear from you. And I thought, after I go through, we could do a reading. Now, again, I use any guidebooks sparingly at best. Someone described it as, the person put so much time and energy into writing the book. So, depending on, as long as it's not just a standard little white book with your standard definitions and things, I don't bother with those. But if the author has done a bit more, I'm much more inclined, I love that too, and that, to take the time to read it or refer to it in some way. So I've glanced at the guidebook for this. I'm not, I'm an intuitive reader, and to me, I think the best thing you can do is first really get to know the deck. And once you're comfortable with it and you've built up a relationship, then I think it's a really good time to take a look at that book and see. And, the idea, at least to me, is you want it to expand on your perceptions, right? You don't want it to necessarily alter them, right? So, if you look at a card and your gut instinct is telling you one thing and it just feels like that thing, if you then open up the guidebook and it tells you something completely different, it's not always beneficial. So, but that said, I don't really see their books like that. I just, that's just how I view guidebooks in general. So let's do a drawing, maybe about that thing that up until now hasn't been quite right for you. It's maybe not moving forward in the way you want. Maybe it's not moving at all. Or maybe it's moving in a direction that's not the most helpful, maybe not the most healthy. So what's that thing that needs to be tweaked or changed or helped? So now we have oneness. That's a beautiful card. And those are my colors, by the way. And so now if it's that feeling, that understanding of oneness that up until now has maybe escaped you a little bit, what's the best way to reach it? To get it back, or maybe even for the first time? And we have solitude. And solitude's important. It's obviously important to socialize and to be among others and to talk and to share and grow with others. But sometimes that solitude for yourself or your inner self gets missed. It gets kind of pushed aside in the humdrum of the day-to-day, that busy schedule, that rushing around. And we can forget and minimize the importance of just taking some time to yourself, to just be with yourself. No people, no phones, no TV, just being there. And by spending that time in solitude, just communing with yourself. Oh, sorry about the bump. What will you receive, right? And so let's take a quick look at the book, because I do want to show you. Maybe let's look at receive. And I love how, I don't know if you can tell in that picture, but they are colored. So the basic structure of all their books, under the keyword, they'll give you essentially a definition. Be given, presented, with, or paid. Then they give you card meanings. Right? So you have keywords. So for the upright, we have deserving, feminine energy, gift, hope, job offer, ready, shine, object syndrome, spiritual download. And then for reversed, we have explorer, hidden, prize, trek. Then there's a blockage position. Now, it really kind of depends on what type of spread you do and moment to moment, but I really appreciate that they have that. They have a divination position, a reverse position, and then an action position. I really like this. And for this, it just says receive your blessings. And then, and I'm pretty sure this is unique to this book, I have affirmations. So for this card, I can only give what I have received. And I am open to receiving my desires. And that's important, because if you're not open to getting that thing that you want, you are going to self-sabotage in a myriad of ways, right? So it's important to be open, and it's important. I like the other affirmation too, because it's so important to take care of yourself so that you can care for other people too. You know, and I think I've discussed that before, but you're not getting anywhere if you're out of gas, right? So to me, in this moment, in this spread, I feel like that connection, that connection with others, that connection with the divine, whatever that means for you, that's something that needs to be fostered, that needs to be grown. And by giving yourself a little time just for you, just to sit in the stillness with yourself, perhaps thinking about things, but perhaps just thinking about nothing, just being open to what messages your system has for you. And you know, that's got multiple benefits, because for one thing, by taking that time, by making that time for yourself, you are clearly sending a message to yourself that you're worthy, that you matter, and that it's important for you to give to yourself. And once you do that, once your system begins to believe you, you will feel the truth of that. And receive all of the benefits, the positive energy that comes with that understanding of the oneness of it all, that comes from making time for yourself and just clearing your head of all that junk that can accumulate day to day, just letting it all go, so that you can really just relax into who you really are. And in fact, you might be surprised at how very wonderful you are, because you are. And I think it's time. that you recognize that and act accordingly. Leaving yourself those moments, that time throughout the day and every day. It doesn't have to be long. It could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever's right for you. But by making that pledge to yourself for that time, it sends the message, and it sends it to everything, to everyone, right? The people around you will feel the difference, the change, the shift, understanding, acknowledging how special you are, how important and how worthy, and the universe will open up for you because it wants to give you everything that you desire. You just have to be open to receiving all those wonderful things. And of course, I wish you only the best, all the best, today and every day. And if you are interested in one or more of these decks, I will be sure to provide a link, because I think I said I'm pretty positive they're all available, and they are just wonderful. And if you have any questions, or maybe you have this deck or any one of these decks, or you're thinking about it, I'd love to hear from you and know what you think. And if you want to just talk about ways that you show yourself how wonderful you are and how worthy you are, I'd love to hear about that too. So until next time, have a wonderful day and be good to yourself.